Good morning, everyone. How y'all doing today? This morning, we're in our backyard at the Oklahoma Redbud where we planted it. I have to say, I am over the moon excited that I haven't killed it yet, especially after we had that episode with the arborvitae. This is a zone 6 through 9. It grows about 15 feet tall and wide. And I think why I gravitated to it when, the arborvitae died was it can take our heat. We will be 90 degrees this week, and I know some of you guys probably are still buried in snow, but over here in Central California, summer ramps up really quick. I love to look out our back window and see this purple profusion of flowers that come early spring, and you can already see it's leafing out. The leaves are a bit heart-shaped. I want to show you not quite a full tour, but just a little bit of what is blooming right now in our garden. Earlier this spring, or I should say late winter, we transplanted a few calla lilies, and these are already blooming. Off to the side here are fruity petals. Climbing rose is already budding out. It's getting ready. It won't be but a few more weeks before this is all in full bloom. You can see over there in the corner, I added an extra one. I probably didn't have to, but I want it to look as full as possible. So I know it's going to take a little bit of time for it to catch up, but before too long, this will all be covered in roses. Right here are the rockin' fuchsia salvia that I planted, I want to say back in September. I will make sure that I will insert a photo of what they used to look like. Well, not used to. I'll make sure I insert a photo of what they looked like when we originally planted them. I think there was a video that we had done where I planted the nandina, and I might have mentioned that this one right here had just this little leaf on it because our shepherd had kept walking through this area. Well, we put a rock in front of it, and I think I put like a topiary in front of it, and it came back. So we're slowly but surely trying to narrow his pathway, and so far so good. He's abiding by the pathways we've given him. You can tell how much they've grown since we originally planted them, and they're already blooming. Let's go into the front. Right here you can see the 3 David Austin roses that we planted last year, and they are doing amazing. They already have several buds all over them. And in between that, you can see where the tulips have come up. Some I've already cut back because they've bloomed, and some of them didn't make it. And I knew that that might happen just because we planted them so late. But as the camera comes around to here to the side, you can see some of the tulips there that I still have. The geraniums, of course, are in full bloom. And then off to the side, you can see the ranunculus and, of course, the African daisies. Now, these right here in the front, you probably can't see. They died last year. We had a really rough summer last year. So eventually I will fill in the part that is missing, but these are doing amazing. I believe it was last October, I'll have to look at the date to make for certain, we planted these yellow violas and white snapdragons, and they did a huge flush back then. The snapdragons did, and I cut them all the way back down to here, and you can tell they're getting ready to put on another big show. And I have to say, I've really been happy with the violas, and I think that I gravitate to them more so than the pansies, and that's because pansies can tend to look a little bit leggy, and the violas look a little bit more compact and tidy. Last November, we planted a Dianthus border, and I normally put a white alyssum, but I really like how this turned out. This is my first time ever planting Dianthus, so we will see if it can handle our heat. But I really do like the way it's bordered our front lawn area here. Here are the last of the tulips that we planted, and I do understand why many people here in our area don't want to plant tulips. We really need to have a really nice cold winter for them to perform well. However, I do like the show and they are so beautiful. So I think I'll still plant them next year, and hopefully I can order some really different varieties next fall. Each year when I do a tour, it seems that the geraniums are at a point where they've given their big spring flush and have taken a bit of a break before they bloom again. This time I wanted to show you exactly what this area looks like each spring, and these I purchased, I think, for $1 each, and I love the way it looks. In the background, just beyond the rock, you can see that the heuchera has already broken dormancy. Around December, my husband had to go to the hardware store, and it was a small family-owned hardware store here in town. Real small garden section. So while he was picking up some bolts or something, I don't know what he needed, I went to the garden section, and the gal there was marking down violas for $1 a flat. Got them in these urns. I think I put some in the wheelbarrow, some in a window box, and aren't they beautiful? I love the look of just the boxwood and the violas. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you all are having a really good day, and we'll see you soon. Bye.